Alright, last night's game, Jamshedpur against Kerala Blasters. One team that is on the rise but had 12 days off, and one team is struggling to get points. It has to be a must win for Kerala Blasters, otherwise their chances to enter the top 4 would be over. If we look at the lineup, that is as following. Jamshedpur plays a 4-3-3 and Kerala started with a 4-4-2 with Hooper and Murray up front, and Sahel on the left side and Pereira on the right side. Now again, a lot of changes within Kerala. All the games every time changes. That's also part of, in my opinion, not knowing what is your strongest starting 11. That will never create certain stability. But if we look quickly at the table, this is the table after the game. But what is standing out is 19 goals against the team Kerala Blasters, and before the game it was 17. That is the highest of all teams. That means, it's a simple statistic, that defensively they are not well organized, and where those mistakes come from, that is and in transitions, that is and in set pieces, and that is even just standard defensive situations from open play. And that's a part that the Kerala Blasters absolutely needs to work on, otherwise they will not reach the top 4. What is important here, I always try to speak before, not after. In past videos I spoke about, in this case for Jamshedpur, Monroy is a defensive midfielder that if you play football, he is good, but defensively he has problems tracking back. If you go look back at earlier videos where the centre backs for Jamshedpur were complaining that he was not tracking back, I also mentioned that a few times in certain videos. And if you play with one holding midfielder, either your team is very dominant on the ball, or you need there some player. I had it with Northeast United, Jose, who is defensively closing spaces and is defensively strong. Secondly, Eze, great defender, but he has the tendency to step in either to the wings, into the midfield. He opens up spaces. Also, that I discussed a few times, but overall I think he's doing a good job. And I discussed before many times, because also I had the TP with me. He has a great season, but yesterday he showed again his inconsistency, and that is also something we mentioned before, so not afterwards. And you have to see these things in the long run, where things you need to improve, and they show up in the long run. That can cost you games. Now, what is important here, if you look at if you play a 4-3-3, in this case for Jamshedpur, this is the picture to look at. Kerala Blasters was playing on the wings with Pereira and Sahel, and what were they doing tactically is they were every time coming into the midfield. That means you create situations where if the wing backs, in this case from Jamshedpur, should open up, should step in, you create spaces on the wing. If they stay, in this case where many times I say Eze would stepping in, you open up spaces to go through. So this was a big part, the first half, that Jamshedpur had to solve, and we will get back into that a little bit. So when Eze starts stepping in, because you create some confusion there, because you create more players on the midfield for Kerala against Monroy, who is defensively not that strong, you open up spaces. And I just give you a very simple example where if that happens, when you start stepping in this case it could be the striker, it could be a midfielder, in this case Sahel, or in this case the striker of Kerala, who could make that deep run, you get balls through. And actually that happened once where they had that big chance, but overall the first half that happened a few times where there is this confusion. Now what should happen, and that I was looking for the first half, is that if you don't control the situation as a team, you drop in. That means you take your striker, Valskas, back, your wingers come inside and make it more compact to create more control. The first half of the game, I think Jamshedpur the first 5 to 10 minutes was in control, and the second half of the second part of the first half, Kerala was in control because of what I'm showing you now. Is they were not compact, they start stepping in, and they didn't know how to deal with that. Now, if we start from the beginning of the game, I want to point out here again where Kerala makes those mistakes. You see here a long ball from TP. This is in the 2nd minute of the game, where the ball is played to Valskes. What you see here is the center back of Kerala is stepping into that situation. That means you open up. He gives the ball to Valskes, and what you see right away here, you open up space, and this is, I can show in any game, midfielder runs into that space where Jackson and Vincente are not alert. That ball is played into that space, so that means also Kone has to start stepping in, and then both midfielders, Vincente and Jackson, not tracking back properly. You get a back pass, and this ball ends on the post. This is a typical mistake, organizational mistake, that is in the second minute of the game. If this could be an easy goal, the ball was on the post, it can cost you a lot. In the 10th minute, this is the opposite side for Jamshedpur. You see here a ball from Monroy being played in, and you need to take care here of the rest defense. In this case, Victor, he needs to stay, you cannot step in. And here I think it's Murray or Hooper is completely free. This ball is played in, it's headed out, and where does the ball fall? With Murray, I think it is, and you get a counter attack. And this is where I see also Jamshedpur making these mistakes. You see here that Murray is waiting to make that run. You see here 4 against 2. You see where I just mentioned where Eze stepped into the midfield, and you get the situation counter. This should be a goal for Kerala Blasters. So the organization for Jamshedpur is, you see it here. I was trying to point out, because this is not a static situation, this is in a counter situation where here the wingback decides not to step into the midfield, where the right winger of Kerala Blasters is dropping in. I showed you that where Sahel on the other side drops in, and on the right side the right winger is dropping in. So you create, and also Hooper is dropping in, so you create that Monroy comes against 2 against 1. You get the situation here where Eze has to decide, should I step in or not? You see Sahel taking off. Monroy is against 2 against 1. He gets easily outplayed. Now you see that Eze decides to step in, and what happens is Sahel makes a deep run. You see the wings are open, so there's no compactness there, and that's what I was trying to explain. You can solve this by simply drop in together, get back into the game, get control. This is where Kerala got their confidence in the first half, after the first 10 minutes of Jamshedpur. This ends up that Hooper is going around. He gets a cross in or a pass to Sahel, and Sahel gets that cross in. This is just to highlight, to illustrate the problems that were for Jamshedpur the first half, after the first 10 minutes. So what you wanted to see there is to drop in and get control of the game. I did not see that, and how to do that is just to drop in your wingers, let Valskes drop in, and you stay compact and get back control of the game. Now, Kerala Blasters won the game, and they deserve to win because Jamshedpur gave it away. The first goal for Kerala is a mistake of the keeper. Kone makes that run behind, is challenges, but in this case TP Renesh should catch this ball. It's in the box, so that's one goal give away. The 1-1 is a mistake from Kerala. Easy mistake, that means I will show you here in the build up, the ball goes to the side, Tara is up front. You see here that the winger is inside. You get this ball played, as I try to illustrate you what the plan was there, and this is what's important here. He play a wide pass, he gives a very easy ball away. That means here I think it's Victor. He is now in the rest defense. The moment you lose the ball, he's free. And this is where Pereira, and it's not the first time, is also with the second goal, gives the ball away. And I can show you many moments for Kerala in all the 10 games where they keep on making those same mistakes. He gives the ball away, and right away in the transition, the ball goes to this area that is open. Victor dribbles, and then it's a 3 against 1 where there is no communication. It's a free kick. I don't think it was, I'm not 100% sure if it was a free kick, but Tara attacks him from behind. I think Victor falls a bit easy, but 3 against 1, no communication, free kick, and it's a goal. Great taken free kick, although 1 or 2 players in the wall jumping and 1 is staying. Either you jump together or you stay together. That's just a small detail, but well played. But again, from a transition, losing an easy ball, transition, goal. We go to the 2-1 from a throw-in. This is another giveaway for Jamshedpur, where I spoke about if they were playing with 10 men, there was a red card. And what is important here, from a throw-in, I spoke about Monroy, I spoke about it before. He's not tracking back. See his position here. The throw-in is played. I think it's Hooper who is making the deep run, and Monroy is too late. He dribbles, gets the ball there, and both center backs have to step towards the ball. He gets a shot on goal, and you see still here Monroy is behind. In this case it's Murray, not tracking back properly from a simple throw-in. That's defensively not well, and I think Monroy has to do better. The 3-1 is another giveaway. Simply, I will forget what happened there before, but an easy catch for TP Renesh, and he has just simply catch the ball, gives it away, he let the ball go, and here Murray finishes it off. You give simply the game away. I had it last year with the TP Renesh also, a few games, one stand out. We were leading 2-1 against Goa. And Goa was with 10 men, and TP Renesh also made a similar mistake like this, not exactly the same, but quickly restarting where you should not start. And I said it with TP before, great goalkeeper, but stability. Till now he had a great season and gives 2 goals simply away, and that was Kerala's luck for them that they could get these goals. The 2-3 for Jamshedpur, another big mistake for Kerala. Again, Pereira, a very simple wide pass to Vincente, who gets intercepted, and from this the counter attack, a cross inside, back pass, cross inside, and there Vasquez finishes off with a header. So both teams, big mistakes. I think Kerala deserved to win, but it was handed to them with the mistakes from Jamshedpur. And Kerala, if they really want to reach the top 4, they will really have to fix those defensive mistakes as in defensive organization, but also losing those easy balls, and that is something really that needs to be better, otherwise they will not reach the top 4. See you at the next one.